A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a dramatic escalation of trade tensions between the United States and Canada, President Donald Trump has announced a 10% increase in tariffs on Canadian imports. This decision comes in response to a provocative advertisement aired by the Government of Ontario during the World Series, which featured excerpts from a 1987 radio address by former President Ronald Reagan. The ad, which critiques the long-term effects of tariffs, has been described by Trump as a hostile act and a serious misrepresentation of facts. The controversy began when Ontario officials decided to broadcast the ad, which highlights Reagan's warning against high tariffs and the potential for trade wars. In his address, Reagan stated that while tariffs may seem beneficial in the short term, they ultimately harm American workers and consumers. This message struck a chord with many, leading to widespread viewership across major television networks including Fox News, NBC, and CBS. Reacting to the ad, Trump took to his social media platform, Truth Social, to express his outrage. He claimed that the airing of the advertisement during such a high-profile event was a deliberate attempt to undermine U.S. trade policy. Because of their serious misrepresentation of the facts and hostile act, I am increasing the tariff on Canada by 10% over and above what they are paying now, Trump declared. This tariff increase adds to the already hefty 35% tariff imposed on many Canadian goods, with certain exemptions under the U.S.-Mexico-Canada Agreement, USMCA. Steel and aluminum imports from Canada currently face a staggering 50% tariff. The ongoing trade disputes have seen Canada retaliate with its own tariffs on U.S. products, further complicating negotiations between the two nations. Despite the backlash, Ontario Premier Doug Ford announced that the ad campaign would be put on hold starting Monday. Indicating a willingness to resume trade discussions with the U.S., Ford emphasized that the ad was intended to spark a conversation about the economic impact of tariffs on both American and Canadian workers. Our intention was always to initiate a conversation about the kind of economy that Americans want to build and the impact of tariffs on workers and businesses, Ford stated. However, Trump's response suggests that the damage has already been done. He accused the Ontario government of airing the ad to influence the Supreme Court, which is set to hear a case regarding the legality of Trump's extensive global tariffs without congressional approval. The Ronald Reagan Presidential Foundation also weighed in, asserting that the ad misrepresented Reagan's original remarks and that they did not grant permission for the use of his speech. As tensions rise, the future of U.S.-Canada trade relations remains uncertain. The ongoing tariff saga has implications not only for the economies of both nations, but also for the livelihoods of countless workers. With trade negotiations at a standstill, it is clear that the fallout from this advertisement will be felt for some time to come. In conclusion, President Trump's decision to raise tariffs on Canada represents a significant development in the already fraught relationship between the two countries. As both sides navigate this complex landscape, the impact of these tariffs on workers, consumers, and businesses will be closely monitored. Whether this move will ultimately lead to a resolution or further entrenchment of trade barriers remains to be seen. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.